y'all, Kristen with Star House Acquisitions here. I am one of our buyers specialists, and I wanted to answer a question that I get asked most frequently whenever I'm out meeting with people, and that is, should I list with a realtor or should I sell directly to you, and what are the differences? So I want to take and walk you guys through the process of what happens whenever you list with a realtor and then what happens with us, so you can really see the differences and decide what's best for you. Because what we do, it's not for everybody. And so I hope that this kind of helps clear it up and answers any questions that you guys might have. So whenever you are going to list with a realtor, that means that you're going to put the house on the market open to the public. So the realtor is going to come over and they're going to sit down with you and they're going to show you a market analysis. And at the end of the market analysis, there's going to be a number. And that number is what the realtor thinks that they're going to be able to sell your house for. That's not necessarily what your house is going to sell for, but that is going to be the number that they think that they can sell it for. Once you two have agreed on a price, the realtor is going to go around and they're going to suggest that you declutter the house. And to declutter means stripping almost everything down to just bare minimum furniture and kind of depersonalizing the house so that whenever a buyer walks in, they're able to picture themselves living there instead of, walking into your lives. Also, they're going to suggest any initial repairs or upgrades that need to be done. So if all the other houses in the neighborhood have granite countertops, hardwood floors, kitchen cabinets, like upgraded kitchen cabinets, upgraded bathrooms, they're going to suggest that you do that before you even list the house on the market, because that will add value to your house and get you closer to that number that they say that you can sell it for. So that's going to be money that's already coming out of your pocket to do any initial upgrades. Once you've done all of that, the pictures are taken, the house is listed as active, the house is going to be open for buyers to come in and look, buyers who have real estate agents. And so those people are going to be coming in, walking through your house while you are at work, while you're at dinner. And if you are at home, your realtor is going to suggest to you that you're not there during the showings. So that means you're going to have to pack up your kids, your dogs, your cats, anybody else who lives in the house, and you're going to have to leave for 1 to 2 hours so that those people can get in there and look at the house. Once a buyer has decided that your house is the house for them, they're going to submit an offer. Once the offer is submitted and you've accepted it, you're now under contract. Once you are under contract, the buyer is going to schedule an inspection. An inspector is going to come in, and their job is to tell the buyer every single thing that is wrong with the house. So that could be very minimal fixes, right? From a handle on a toilet or a doorknob to large things like roofing, HVAC systems, electrical, plumbing, and foundation. Those are the big ones that we look for. The inspector is going to type all of that up into a report, give it to the buyer, and then the buyer is going to submit to you a list of repairs that they want completed before they will move into the house. And it is going to be up to you to complete those repairs. So if there are big issues like foundation, roofing, HVAC, plumbing, it is going to be up to you and money out of your pocket to fix those before the buyer will accept the house. And if you can't come to agreement, they can terminate the contract, and then you will start all over again at the beginning with showings and everything like that. So once all of the repairs have been done, then you're going to move on to the next part, is an appraisal. Now, the appraiser is somebody who comes out and says exactly what your house is worth. And that is the number that is reported to the bank. So if your house is listed at $220,000 and the appraiser comes out and they say, sorry, the neighborhood comparables don't support this, your house is actually only worth $200,000. The total amount of money that the bank will loan to the buyer is $200,000. So you are going to have to lower your sales price down, and you're going to be missing out on that $20,000 that you thought that you could list your house for, because that is what the realtor said they could. But the appraiser is the one who really decides the value of your house. So if the appraisal comes in low, you're going to have to adjust your sales price down to make sure that you can still close. If you don't do that, then you can cancel the contract, and then you'll start all back over with showings and trying to find another buyer. Um, After the appraisal is done and everything is completed there, then you're going to go ahead and move into closing. And then once you're in closing, that's where all of your closing costs will come out and any other fees that have to be paid that will be taken out of the net at the title company of the money that you're supposed to be walking away with. Um, so no, not necessarily money out of your pocket, but just money that you won't be receiving when paying closing costs and other fees. So working with a realtor can take, I mean, anywhere from 30, 60, 90 days just to close, and that's after you have a buyer, right? So whenever you have the house initially listed on the market, you could spend 2 months waiting to find a buyer. Then once you find the buyer, you're going to wait 30, 60, 90. I've seen it take even up to 120 days just to get to closing, depending on how many speed bumps you hit along the road. So that in a nutshell is the process of listing with a realtor. Working with us or with an investment company in general is pretty different because we are the buyers and we are genuine cash buyers. That means that we don't have to wait for financing, we don't have to get approval from the bank. We can pay you money, cash, and that's really what works best because now we can work on your schedule. So if you need to close, be done with the house, be out of the house in 3 weeks, we can make that happen. Um, we work completely around your schedule. So, like I said, if you need to be out in 3 weeks or you need to be out in 3 months, we're able to make that happen because we are the end buyers. We're not waiting on any banks, we're not waiting on appraisal. We are the ones who write the check, and it all works. It's a strictly between us and between you, no third party situations. Um, so the process, how it will work, is either myself or one of our other buyer specialists would come out to your house, sit down with you for probably about an hour, and just kind of go over everything that's important to you so that we can make sure that we're understanding everything that's going on with you, because there are dozens of different ways that we can structure a deal to really make it work, but we have to understand everything that's going on with your situation. So if you're behind on payments, if you owe taxes, if you're being foreclosed on, whatever it is, if we can understand what's going on in your situation, we'll be able to structure a deal to be able to help get you out from underneath of that. Um, then once we decide on a price, because the price has to be beneficial for both of us, for our company and for you, once we have decided on that price, we'll go ahead and we'll sign a contract. And then if we do have to schedule for somebody to come in, it will be one contractor who will come in one time, take a look around just to make sure that our numbers that we have for a repair estimate are the same as theirs. And most importantly, we are purchasing your house as is. So any issues that you know are wrong with it, anything that you know needs to be fixed, that's not going to come out of your pocket. That's not your responsibility. That's going to be our job to come in there and fix it, right? So that's going to be no money coming out of your pocket. So we do buy as is and we do buy cash, and we can, or we have the ability to buy quickly if that is what is best for your situation. So working with us is different than working with a realtor. Both processes work very well. They're proven methods. It really just depends on what works best for you and who you feel most comfortable with. Um, and that hopefully answers any initial questions that you have. I am available all the time by phone, text, email. If you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you in any way that I can.